friends, welcome back to Lana Decor. Tonight we are turning your front door into a winter hug. If chilly air and dark evenings make your entryway feel flat, stay close. We are layering textures, natural woods, soft light, and evergreen accents to craft a warm rustic welcome that starts at the threshold. Grab a mug, settle in, and let me show you how small touches create big, heartfelt winter magic. A winter entryway begins at the floor, where texture tells the story. Layer a sturdy jute rug with a smaller woven wool runner so footsteps feel cushioned and warm. The jute catches grit and snow, while the wool adds softness and pattern. Keep tones natural: oat, charcoal, and warm brown. Let subtle fraying and visible fibers celebrate honest materials. Angle the runner to guide the eye inward toward the home. Add a low, golden lamp to graze the weave and reveal depth. Finish with a quiet sweep of pine needles at the threshold, hinting at the season and the welcome waiting just inside. Invite winter in with a generous wreath that feels gathered, not manufactured. Use real evergreen boughs mixed with pine cones, juniper, and a trailing strip of torn linen ribbon. Hang it on a weathered door so the texture sings. Allow slight asymmetry and loose needles to keep the look alive. A simple iron hook and soft side light create shadows and depth around the greens. Add a faint hint of citrus oil on the ribbon for a fresh note. This natural crown signals warmth before anyone steps inside, whispering woodland air and simple, thoughtful hospitality all season long. Set a vintage wooden sled beside the doorway as a nostalgic nod to snowy days. Lean it gracefully, then tuck in wrapped faux gifts tied with twine and a sprig of cedar. Dust the rails with a breath of frost, as if just returned from outside. Nearby, an old stone floor adds weight and history. Through the door, candlelight glows, promising comfort within. Keep colors hushed: chestnut, evergreen, parchment, and ivory. Let surfaces show age, with scratches and grain that tell stories. This vignette turns simple passage into a pause, a memory, and an invitation to step closer. Gather a small family of lanterns at differing heights to shape a pool of calm at the threshold. Choose wood and metal frames with clear panes, then nest pillar candles inside for a low, steady glow. The light flickers across floorboards and trim, sketching gentle arcs and reflections. Arrange 3 or 5 for natural rhythm and leave breathing room around the group. Scatter a few star anise pods for a subtle, spicy accent. When evening falls early, this cluster becomes a beacon, guiding guests inward. It promises warmth, conversation, and a slow, unhurried welcome that lingers. The entry with a reclaimed wood bench that shows knots, saw marks, and a sturdy silhouette. Drape a thick knit throw across one corner, letting generous folds soften the edges. Add a small buffalo check pillow for a friendly pattern note. Place a simple peg rail above with one scarf and a felt hat to imply daily life. Side light from a nearby window highlights the knit texture and the bench grain. The palette stays grounded in oatmeal, charcoal, and pine. It is a place to pause, unlace boots, and breathe. Place a small boot jack underneath to suggest daily rituals and comfort. Practical boot tray into a calming still life by lining a galvanized pan with smooth river stones. Set damp boots on the pebbles so meltwater trickles below, while tiny reflections sparkle along wet edges. Keep nearby surfaces matte and natural, plaster wall, jute mat, and rough floorboards. Add 2 fallen evergreen needles to connect indoors with outdoors. The tray reads as both tool and decor, taming mess without hiding winter. It invites guests to slow down for a moment, notice texture and surface, and feel cared for. A discreet mat nearby finishes the setup and keeps the line tidy. Hang an oversized rustic mirror with a chunky wood frame that carries sap marks and honest imperfections. Dress the corner with a small evergreen swag tied in plain twine, letting a few needles fall naturally. Angle the mirror to reflect a warm hallway and candlelight, doubling the glow in the entry. Keep the console beneath minimal, a neutral dish for keys and a smooth river rock for quiet weight. Negative space around the frame keeps the scene calm. This mirror expands light, adds depth, and gives everything a gentle glow. Hide a tray at the base for mail to land softly. antique crates vertically to create a compact drop zone that feels storied and useful. Let frayed edges, faded stamps, and weathered wood show gentle age. Tuck wool hats, knit gloves, and a scarf into the openings, each tagged with a hand-lettered craft label on twine. Slide a small sprig of juniper into the corner for seasonal color. Use side lighting to carve shadows, celebrating dimension and grain. The crates do the organizing without plastic or fuss, turning necessities into warm decor. They say, come in, set things down, you're home. Hide a narrow tray below for keys. Place 2 woven baskets near the door, one for rolled scarves and one for decorative birch logs. Keep the rolls tidy but relaxed, showing wool fibers and edges. Let the birch bark display graphic, natural stripes that echo winter woods. A muted wool runner nearby defines the footpath and softens footsteps. A single candle on a ledge warms the corner with a quiet flame. The palette remains gentle, cream, fawn, bark brown, and evergreen. Together, these baskets tell guests that warmth is within reach, a practical promise. Tuck a cotton ribbon into the handle to echo the rug pattern. Dress a slim, rustic console with a handful of copper accents for understated glow. A hammered bowl gathers keys, while a tiny copper bud vase holds winter berries. Let the metal show gentle patina and soft reflections, echoing candlelight. Pair with a folded linen napkin and a rough-sawn table surface to balance smooth and rugged. Hang a black and white winter landscape above to anchor the vignette. Keep colors restrained: wood, copper, off-white, and deep berry. The effect is quiet luxury, artisanal yet humble. A slim drawer pull adds a tiny glint of order, finishing the moment. Drape a cedar garland along a rail or console edge, then weave warm white micro lights through the branches. Keep the wiring discreet so the needles and tiny bulbs feel seamlessly united. Let the glow create soft bouquet in the background and delicate highlights along trim. The scene should whisper, not shout, carrying a hush that suits winter evenings. A textured wall behind adds depth, while a glimpse of the door reminds us of the journey from cold to comfort. This simple strand turns architecture into poetry, tracing lines and edges with gentle radiance. Dim the room slightly so the garland glow reads like winter starlight. Hang a trio of framed winter botanicals in mismatched wooden frames to bring a study-like calm to the entry. Choose fir, holly, and mistletoe illustrations on warm, creamy paper. Arrange them in a tidy grid with generous spacing, and let daylight reveal the paper texture and wood grain. Beneath, keep a console spare, perhaps a ceramic bowl and a single sprig of berries. The palette remains measured, warm wood, cream, and green accents. These prints invite lingering without clutter, grounding the space with quiet knowledge of the season. Add a narrow picture light above to underline the collected, calm mood. Lean a chalkboard welcome sign against the wall and drape a strand of dried orange slices and cinnamon sticks across the top. Let chalk dust soften the letters and keep lines imperfect, human, and warm. A jute rug peeks in at the edge, anchoring the scene with texture. When light passes through the citrus, it glows softly, adding a hint of celebration without excess. A cedar sprig tucked into the corner ties the board to the season. This friendly sign greets every arrival with handmade charm, a whisper of nostalgia, and a promise of comfort close by. Mount a reclaimed wood hook rail and let 2 plaid coats, a scarf, and a felt hat become part of the decor. Emphasize wood grain and sturdy iron hooks, then allow the textiles to provide warmth and color. Keep the wall quiet and matte so the layers read clearly. The arrangement suggests real life, not staging, with a touch of movement in a hanging scarf. Plaid patterns anchor the palette, adding rhythm without noise. This is function as beauty, a small ritual of arrival where winter layers find their place. It looks inviting even when empty, ready for everyday comings and goings. Place 3 scented candles on a slab of slate and let fragrance become part of the greeting. Choose cedarwood, clove, and vanilla for a blend that feels both forested and cozy. Show soft, steady flames and quiet wax pools reflecting ambient light. Scatter a few whole cloves around to guide the nose. Nearby, a simple glass jar of foraged twigs adds height and restraint. The scene speaks in whispers, not shouts, creating a pocket of calm at the door. Guests cross the threshold and breathe deeper as warmth rises and tension falls. Let the slate rest on felt pads so the surface looks composed. Stand a matte stoneware crock by the door to corral umbrellas and a vintage wooden snow brush. Celebrate the vessel's hand-thrown feel with faint speckles and a sturdy lip. Set it beside a core mat that catches melt and grit. A few droplets near the base tell the story of weather lived well. Keep the palette simple and cool, letting winter daylight shape soft shadows. This grounded piece brings order without fuss, turning pure function into sculptural decor. It signals readiness for storms and shows thoughtful hospitality. Slide a small towel ring nearby for quick wipe-downs after storms. Tuck a small spruce, real or faux, into a basket wrapped with burlap and finish with wooden ornaments. Place it on a bench or console so needles catch the light and the hand-carved shapes read clearly. Add a few pine cones at the base and let burlap edges fray naturally. Keep the palette gentle, soft green, raw wood, and warm neutrals. This little tree suggests tradition without crowding the entry, a quiet marker of the season that continues to delight day after day, greeting every arrival with a grounded smile. A paper star ornament on a string adds a final, joyful whisper. And there you have it, layered textures underfoot, honest wood, soft candlelight, and simple evergreens working together to greet every guest with warmth. I hope these ideas spark a cozy transformation right at your door. If you enjoyed this winter entryway journey, tap like, subscribe to Lana Decor for more seasonal styling, and share your favorite detail in the comments. Your ideas keep this creative community glowing through the cold months.